Welcome back, Agency, to another weekly review of the LDL. We're on week 8, and we do have one less battle than usual. Someone did not play their battles; they got forfeited this week, I believe. But we have been blessed because last time I seem to have misplaced one of the battles for week 7, so we get to watch it first right here. I apologize to Millie and Juicy Skiller here, but we can watch their battle first as a little consolation prize. Starting off by looking at the teams, this Clamora looks absolutely insane offensively. The switch into Sludge Bomb, Power Jam, Energy Ball, etc. is very, very tough to deal with for this team. So I kind of think Clamora should probably be more more offensive set this time around. Cinderace is also looking like a threat as usual, even with that Rotom Ross. Cinderace is just a very threatening Pokemon with the ability to throw off free Pyro Balls and then just get a U-turn out completely safely. But on the contrary, the Lopunny endgame looks insane as long as this demise is dealt with. And in addition, the Hydreigon and the Glamora aren't typically very bulky sets, so this Typhlosion can absolutely go insane with the Eruption or Lava Plume or Flamethrower or whatever. So we see the Mole immediately lead into Rotom. Mole is probably going to switch out, fearing some sort of Willisp or something. I'd like to see just a full switch immediately come out, but again, Willow's Demise isn't like the biggest issue. Hydreigon comes in instead, which is why again I think a full switch would have been fine here. Nope, like if Glysaur comes in, Hydro Pump always it doesn't really matter. Hydreigon comes in for free, and this team has no fairy types, so Draco Meteor is going to come out absolutely 100%. It might be AV Tangrowth to deal with it. That's my only idea. Instead, Dark Pulse just comes out instead. Is this a Life Orb by Hydreigon? Pain Split or Rotom Wash able to get some HP back. We've switch in this time, as it is Life Orb Roost Hydreigon with 3 attacks. I suppose could be nasty plots. First out of the model, I'm really surprised this Hydreigon isn't packing Draco. I guess it could be Dark Pulse Flash Cannon in case of Fairy that did not come here, but I don't know. I feel like Draco Meteor versus the team would be especially free. Well, switches in here on Weavile, able to take the knockoff with relative ease, even if it's non-Mega Form due to the Intimidate. It is going to make it get off a nice Ice Punch, gets a nice crit on Donphan, does a ton of its HP. And the only question is which one is running more speed. Is the model willing to risk that? The advances just right out. Well, goes for Sucker Punch. Tangrowth's in, Gliscor comes in actually on the sleep pattern, gets put right to sleep. Goes right back into Hydreigon as Typhlosion comes out. Good play, but Focus Blast could come out. You probably do need to scout for Scarf on this thing. I suppose Gliscor would be a decent mid-ground here, because of course, whatever they go into, you could, okay, but Hydreigon does get taken down, which is very unfortunate, because Hydreigon's matchup looked absolutely great. Demise has to come in here, goes for Toxic, unfortunately misses on Tangrowth, but Tangrowth returns the Toxic right to Demise. We're going to be in a bit of a stalemate. Gliscor comes in right here. Giga Drain comes out. His last move, Knock. Will this Toxic get removed? Does not. Rotom instead chooses to come in. Gliscor burns a single turn. Demise come back on the Hydro, but again, with it being toxic like this, Volt Switch, if Rotom does have it absolutely free, Demise isn't a particular threat yet again, because Tangrowth can just come right back in. Go for more Giga Drains, because Demise can force recover or just take that chip forever. Gliscor taking more damage. Again, can burn another turn of sleep if it likes. Just straight up goes for SD here as Tangrowth decides to try to get rid of it. But Gliscor is going to get poison there. Vasad is not going to take out the Tangrowth. The Rocky Helmet plus the Giga will manage to get rid of it though, and all of a sudden this is looking really, really bad. Especially for the Typhlosion endgame. With the Hydreigon already gone, these Shadow Balls are looking absolutely insane. Tangrowth is gone though, but it doesn't really matter too much. Donphan comes in on Mawile. Goes straight for the Earthquake. It is faster than Mawile as Ice Punch comes right out. It's Donphan. Could have been a speed tie, but not 100% sure on the sets here. But he starts up, goes for Power Up Punch, gets an attack boost right here. Toxic Breed gets set up, which is good for the late game, I suppose, for Typhlosion for the Weavile. We know Typhlosion isn't boots at this point. But again, can Lopunny just win the game right here is the question. Is Scarf Clamora goes for Sludge Wave as Drain Punch actually does knock out Clamora +1. Now it's really down to Cinderace. Cinderace is garbage to get rid of Lopunny there with the Fire Ball. Wash is the switch in. Deadline is of course going to go down to this probably Toxic plus the ball Fire Pump as long as it lands. Ball Switch instead comes out though as Typhlosion is the switch in, but if Shadow Claw comes out, okay, it's just Toxic though, and Typhlosion is in now on Mawile. Goes straight for Sucker, gets rid of it. As Weavile comes in, and it'll be down to... I think Cinderace just wins with a U-turn though. Because I think Sucker Punch it plus U-turn should kill Weavile. But I could be mistaken, especially if Weavile goes for Ice Shard, depending on its set right here. It is Boots. Just goes for Knock. Sucker does not come out though. Cinderace comes in. Ice Shard comes out. No. No. Yeah, U-turn actually does KO that, which is insane. 39 to Rotomosh. Gonna get the Will-O-Wisp off. Because I think it makes Pain Spit does come out. It looks like this is super defensive Rotom in order to basically take that little from the U-turn. Cinderace barely manages to lose that matchup. And it came really down to the wire with that one. Again, I think it probably just came down to scouting with that Hydreigon. I think this is a very, very important mod to have. Versus Gliscor being not really at all. Versus Tangrowth versus Lopunny with potential Ice move. Weavile with, of course, Ice moves. Rotomosh. And basically once that thing went down, it was very hard to kind of force progress. And it just came down to this like really, really tough endgame. Start off with the first actual battle of Week 8 though. Right off the bat, I think Gyarados actually looks really, really good here. The Blade gonna stand its way a bit. So is potentially Latios, depending on the Gyarados set. I know it can have potential Dragon moves to deal with it, but none of them are really that great to use, like Outrage for instance. Dragon Tail's always negative priority, and Ice Fang won't do much damage at all. So I'd like to see if it can actually put in that work. Rotom leads into Indeedee. Instead, immediately into Slowking, scouting the Scarf. Expanding Force will do 47. As Celesteela comes right in on that. Takes a bit of damage. It does look like probably some sort of parry on this because it's not leftovers. Great Tusk comes in after the double gets seated, gets all its HP back. Leftovers Tusk. As Latios comes hard in on Tusk, rocks go up though. This team's only removals potentially Latios. So that could potentially be good in chipping down this Indeedee. And if this Latios does not have defog, chipping down this thing too. And Lesser Purge is going to be a little bit annoying to switch into. We'll see if Slowking and Celesteela can kind of deal with whatever Latios set this is. This could be like Calm Mind or something. Instead, it goes straight for Agility. Shadow Ball, not going to do much as Slowking at 441. It does get Toxic. As Gyarados now switches into it. The other Shadow Ball does 31 to it though. The Blade comes in on it as the Dragon Tail whips it right out. Back into Latios, again takes more chip from the rocks and the poison. Lesser Purge gets a crit and knocks us out. Not 100% sure this mattered. It is like 90 base power with stab. I think it did though if Shadow Ball is doing like 31. So that is a bit unfortunate. It's looking able to come in here though. Go straight for Ice Beam on the Garg. Right after Celesteela, that means this probably has no Chili, as is Covert Cloak Celesteela. Goes for the Seize one more time on the Blade, but the Blade can't exactly 1v1 Celesteela. Great Tusk still comes in anyway though. Nice Slash does virtually nothing to it. And with this Latios chip so far down, Earthquake is completely free. No reason really not to go for it. Roar. Excuse you. Roar. whatever, Ursaluna comes in, I suppose. Yeah, Celesteela is the switch into that, but can Celesteela actually beat Ursaluna is the question. This is third switch, Celesteela gets a boost here. Goes for Blood Moon, does 35 to it. Yeah, its Good Drain is doing 48 back. Luckily, this is not combined Moonlight Ursaluna, or else that would have been very annoying to deal with. I assume surely one of these two has a fight move on it to try to deal enough damage to knock it out, though. Obviously, Celesteela 1v1 again is great. Indeed, he comes in hard on Celesteela, maybe to trick it, I suppose. Who comes in? It is aromatherapy, gets rid of the poison on the Latios, but at this point it looks kind of too late for that. Ursaluna comes in here. It does get wisped, so it is on a pretty low timer, but still chip is chip damage. Celesteela, again, like Giga Drain looks relatively free. I see no reason not to go for that or Leech Seed. Leech Seed gets her recovery back. Slowking comes in on the Hyper Voice in order to finish it off. Blade is in, but again, like Great Tusk kind of deals with this. This team looks pretty hard-walled by the by what Brendan brought. The only like wild card here I see is Porygon Z, but that just never came out yet, so we don't really know what's set. Again, I don't see the point of going for Roar instead of Earthquake, because yeah, you can drag in the Porygon, which I assume is what you're trying to do. Or you could just like, you know, like kill him on, because if Latios comes in, it's not really a big threat too. You have your Snow King at basically full HP, taking Rock Shiv every time it pushes in. Porygon is finally in though. It gets the Scouted set. Rotom gets demolished by Psychic. It is a Life Orb special attack boost in the terrain. Bell comes in this time to force it out. The Blade gets sacked here. So the Aura comes out, I guess get off a Shadow Ball here, get rid of that. And DD switches in here, but I believe Moonblast should take care of it. It does. Karg, I believe, could live this Aura Sphere pretty easily. It actually doesn't. Is this max Vizdev 10? No, because isn't Booster's attack Iron Valley is an extra belt. I'm actually really surprised that Karg didn't take the oops. You didn't see any of that. Karg versus Valiant with Aura Sphere. Yeah, this must be a pretty physically defensive Karg then, because for 9 to... Yeah, this thing looks 68. It's taken right down, which means that Val should clean up at this point 100%. Manages to clean up the whole team. This is why you run Focus Blast to kill those Kargs. But no punish this time. It's not especially defensive Karg. And Val managed to take this home. Pretty good game. Good late game dealing with that Porygon. Okay, next up we have the T-Tar and 2 Zard as the Megas. I think T-Tar actually has a pretty solid matchup, being able to live the hits from a lot of these mons like the Wake, like the Treads. And just kind of do like a lot back with like Earthquake with Stone. It'll be a nice sort of like a momentum stopper for this team, I believe, because the team kind of have trouble breaking through it in a single hit. On the contrary, Lilligant looks amazing if Bronzong ever gets chipped. And I suppose Mimikyu also kind of stands in its way, so that would be two mons that you kind of need to at least remove to disguise up for Triple X. I think to do enough at +1 or +2 or whatever, if this is SD or Victor Dance, who knows, to be able to kill that Mimikyu. Fair enough. Treads into Bronzong. Immediately, no booster. This could obviously be rocks. Iron Treads could be anything at this point. I'd expect Baby Enoch to come out. This could pretty easily be Banded versus this team. I'd like to think that in order to actually Oko T-Tar from this range, Oko Hydrapple with the Ice Spinner, and fully KO Empoleon, even if it has like a defense investment to kind of live the hits. And I don't know, I feel like the move it is obviously a tough move if you're tough turn if you're Lucas because you don't really know what move this could be going for. Nox seems most obvious on Bronzong especially, but Earthquake could definitely come out predicting a Apollyon or T-Tar, or just try to call Heat Proof into the Zard team. But I don't know, I feel like into Iron Treads is probably still Levitate. And obviously if you go Hyjapple or Torn on Banded Ice Spinner, then you're just destroyed, so. Immediate Earthquake actually comes out right into Levitate as Light Screen gets returned, and a Reflect comes out. William comes in as Cortilli's in, so presumably rocks or lead seeds. Pullion toxics it, and Pullion does get rocked and lead seeded. Okay, buddy. Okay, we can't be forgetting about these things in this day and age, but I'll let it slide. Torn comes in. It is Boots. Takes basically nothing from that Giga Drain. He gets taunted here, as Cordelia tries to recover it off. I try to switch him one more time as U-turn comes out. My Hyjapple comes in, but Reflect is up, so Banded Ice Spinner shouldn't be able to KO this. Trades goes right back out into Cordelia on the EP. But Hyjapple beats this, especially if it's Nasty Plot. Does go for Nasty Plot, and I see no Fairy type on this team. Draco Meteor or Fickle Beam, whatever you want, absolutely free. Trade comes in, on the Draco, should take a ton, yeah, 70%. Obviously going for the Ice Spinner here, could try to go for a Predict and Earthquake, something like Empoleon, so I think like Bronzong is probably a really good mid-ground here. And just not letting this Hyjapple die. It is a Yachi, luckily, so it's able to get rid of the Iron Treads though. Not sure if that was banded damage or not. I think it was. 62 is a significant amount. We have the technology. Oh, and the Kalki moved today. Oh. Hyjapple with a Yachi Berry. And Ice Spinner 35 to 41 to just standard Max HP Hyjapple. Without a band. Which means that this is probably just banded Iron Treads then. Zarda's switch in. Is Mega Y, sets up the drought. Goes right for Dragon Pulse, gets with Hyjapple. Fair enough, trying to scout the set. Probably like could even be like Dragon Tail last. Try to get it out of here if it was Zardax. But again, Draco Meteor pretty safe play at this point. T-Tar comes in, but I'd be wary because Zard Y can obviously Focus Blast won't KO T-Tar, but again, that chip could be important, and I think this might actually get something like Superpower. I actually have no clue. I don't know. Rock move is like pretty decent in general. There goes for sub. I don't know. If Focus Blast came out, that would have been a terrible, terrible turn. So, I guess since it's sub, it's probably like trying to scout for like the Lilligant's switch in, go over something like Aerial Ace on it. I have no clue. Sub DD. Giga Drain. This is a T-Tar, does not even break this up because it's Cradily, and Cradily is kind of a bum mon, I'll put it nicely. Managed to break it off second time, a little crit there. T-Tar at +2/+2. Stone Edge gets rid of Cradily in one fell swoop. Dirt comes right back in, gets rid of the sun. Gets rid of the... Ooh. Little kid comes hard in the Chlorophyll, barely manages to live that. But it is going to be faster. Yeah, very, very unfortunate that it managed to live that. Solar Blade comes through and crits the Torn, also very annoying. Gets knocked out by the Life Orb though. At the very least, Walking Weight comes in. Probably comes in on the Hydro's team, see if it can take that. It does not, it's 45. And is going to be removed. Honestly, it's hard to say this, either this with a sack or just sack the T-Tar, because I think, I don't know, this might be in Focus Blast range. If Zard even has it, so I'm pretty certain about it. Teacher comes in this turn though, so I mean now you're taking more march up. You're definitely going to be in focus blast range. Bronzer comes in on this. I don't know. I'm kind of confused by the plays that are coming out at this point, because couldn't you just make you first? He kind of had to, right? This team has no player positions to begin with. They're just taking a ton. Please don't get your thing broken. Just hack torn or something. No, disguise gets broken, which means over. Walking away wins the game. Because Zard here just basically clicks a button for absolutely free. T-Tar comes in long to land focus blast. Wake will just completely win. The ball should 2 KO anyway. It crits and Okos doesn't really matter. You just sack circuitry, get up the sun, and then Wake wins. Circuitry actually, I was gonna say isn't a sag if it's carved, but gets the speed drop, gets KO by that. Mewtwo comes in and Walking Wake should seal the deal after the sun comes up. No, Zeno comes in on the slower roost. That's a disrespectful turn if I've ever seen one. There goes the weather ball. This is our loves crit against weather balls. Manages to get rid of Torn there, Destiny Bond, and we're gonna see more disrespect. Nope. Well, just gonna get rid of it. And Dog's gonna go down, leaving Walking Wake the last one. Good game. I think Lucas ran out of sacks at that point though. Just didn't have enough tools to kind of deal with the offensive Walking Wake and Zard Y. He could play the endgame a bit better and try to keep this guy's mimicry around for Wake, be in a lot better spots. Let's I'll head over to the next one here, and I don't know, I think probably I'm on here the really good matchup. I'd say is Thundy. Thundy looks really good, pretty free Vulture, just no ground type. Ogerpon, of course, it's turning get broken if it's resistant on the Vulture at all. And especially if it's Scarf, it'll just outpace this whole team completely with no need to worry about anything. It could be Nasty Plot too, I suppose, but I feel like with an offensive team like that, you can't even afford to bring it. But I don't know, Thundy immediately leads into Palafin though. Switches out into Batterine. It is actually... Speak of the devil, he shall appear. Nasty Plot. Spitter get killed in one hit by Sludge Bomb. Sludge Wave, same thing, gets rid of it. There's knives. Jogerpon comes in, and this is why I was like, Nasty Plot, it's kind of pointless. Because this comes in, and even if you're like the buried in order to lift this Ivy Cudgel or your Focus Sash, whatever, you're just bringing Ogerpon down to its 30 at the same time, so like, it isn't either, just gets annihilated. As Starmie comes in to break the sturdy, and it'll also get annihilated. Cobra Berry knocked. This is why we have Power Whip. This is why we have the technology to bring Power Whip on our Ogerpons. I suppose versus this team you might not want to, looking at the mods that are here. So Starmie is going to luckily force the Ogerpon out as Niamit comes in here hard on the Ice Beam. Do we see Freeze? Nope, British Steel comes in on it. It gets knocked, but Jawbleberry as Pinsir. This turn, like, was wild to me. Pinsir is the switch into Registeel, and the counter comes out. Okay, buddy. Pinsir comes in, and I don't know, Pinsir looks kind of useless in this matchup. Suppose I could be proven wrong because it just went for SD, but I think Pecha just lives this really easily, goes from Malignant. Yep, this is Pecha. Do we see a Toxic? It is excellent, but then again, Arrow, Roaring Moon, there's a lot to speed it. Reggie Man comes in and that takes a bit more chip. I don't know why it came in here. I don't know why the pitcher switched out there. But, and I don't know why the counter came out, because if it hit you, you would have died. That was the most confusing turn of all time. Why were a single one of those plays made? I don't know, but King Gambit is in as Word Moon. We do not see booster energy, don't know what's set. Elephant comes hard in on the Earthquake is not banded, at least probably Scarf, I suppose. Ice Punch crits from Pelican. People comes out from Star 46. Is this? No, this is AV then. This is just like really bulky. But not, I suppose. Starmie's kind of a fraud. Not Scarf. I actually don't know what's that. I have no clue. Air comes in. I suppose Pelican's gonna be safe, so we could jet punch this thing later. Pitchers the sack, which is expected. And Kimet or Pelican will come in right here. Pin comes in. He goes for Jet Punch, gets rid of Pecha. Edward Moon has one final chance. Ogre Punk is in. Gets knocked right there, gets knocked again. Just take it out. Chew comes in on it. Is this Wisp? There's a switch in. It just goes for Overheat Rod though. Does a ton of damage to this as it gets taken down by Rock Slide. Which means that Pelican able to Jet Punch it, and it'll be down to Roaring Moon clean this up with Earthquake. But I don't think it will kill King Gambit with one Earthquake, so... Given that it doesn't look like it's doing banded damage, this could also be Shook, I suppose, we don't really know yet. So Punch 47, Earthquake only does... Only 52? This is ridiculous. What kind of set is this? 52? It's like really bulky King Gambit. Oh, but no attack for Moon. Anyway, Gambit can clean this up. This is definitely choice of some sorts. So, yeah, good play that game. Managed to get rid of the threat on the last turn. King Gambit still alive. And do I even have to say it? Be for real. Be for real for just 1 second. Okay, so ignoring this creature that's on my screen, no, I can't ignore it. I can't. Like... Clodsire is deleted to Exegil. Crobat comes right back out. Extra goes for SD. It was like it's Jover. He whipped us only 45 because Crobat is a fraud. Extra manages to take out Crobat. Now it does go towards Olympus, Life or EQ. No, he gets taken down. Is your little level 69 a Sash? It is. Let's have Endeavor or something. Okay. It puts in work because luckily this was Life Orb, and Life Orb sucks, don't use it. But I don't get the Skeletor's ordeal why that had to come in first. But like I'm a big Life Orb hater. Like, use Soft Sand, come on, be for real. Vlega comes in as I hope another Endeavor came out. Nope, it was Quick Attack. Swampert gets power up punched. Interesting. Another Life Orb. Life Orb sucks, don't use it. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Biggest Swampert. Liquidates Urshifu. Leftover Urshifu. Another SD bond. Okay. No Trailblaze here. Okay, you just really wanted to end this game quickly, didn't you? Power up punch SD, plus your little Trailblaze and Headbutt Shifu. Send this 40 into a nice crit, gets rid of the Clodsire, obviously risking flinches too at that point, but what I just missed. I blinked and I missed it. What does this come out? Okay. See, like a double like that is fine if it's at regular speed, but like I don't know, I feel like they don't really care if you're Chople, because they'll just get their chip and then just finish it off with Zapdos. So Biden gets taken out. I'd rather if Swampert just came in. Maybe it was a misclick or something. Because yeah, Trailblaze is not gonna kill. Or Quick should kill, right? It actually doesn't. Urshifu one bulky guy. Manages to clean up the Swamperts. And card obviously gonna take it on this Chople. Um, you know, that was deserved for putting this thing on my screen. Please never do that again. It it pains me. Like, it really does. It really... Like, there's a pit forms in my stomach when I see it. I just wanna... Hopefully this one will be a more competitive battle, we'll say. But I have my doubts because this guy's on my screen and I don't know what he does. What is this? What is this mod? Okay. Let's see if I'll be proven wrong, but into this team specifically, it looks like he does absolutely nothing at all and just kind of dies. I'm getting more and more hateful ever since I saw that Minun, so I'm sorry. Tentacruel leads into Meowth, switch out into Dura. Sludge Bomb, but Duraludon is the GOAT, he's basically invincible. E-Spike comes out as Rocks Mud on the other side, but probably Greasepin's gonna come out. Let's see if Dura can deal some nice chip damage back to it. But it actually doesn't, it just goes for Flip Turn. Into Donphan, good play for once actually. I'll admit it. Many weaker souls would have just went for Rapid Spin with their Tentacruel if they had it there. But going into Donphan is a pretty safe play here. Goes for Flash here, it does 40. Again, nice not being greedy and just like taking your chip damage where you can. Now you can be greedy though, because you know this thing does jack shit damage. No greed came out, which means that Weezing is going to come in there. It just levitates, it's not going to absorb the T-Spikes. It's going to be excellent for Terrapago's late game. Scald, crits on the Weezer right there. This is not spin. Getting some nice chip on Weezing. Gets burned in return, so no recover from the Black Sludge. And I don't know, if Naga's already looking really, really bad. Burn comes out on Dirt, which is also excellent. Okay, it looks like Tentacruel realized that after that burn, like, Turret can't do anything to it. Flip Turn instead comes out into Rotom, strangely enough. All forced to come in and take a bit of a Rocks chip. This kid comes out as probably just... no Roost there actually. All set at half HP at this point. Meow's Boots. So the T-Spikes do get removed. As Axel comes out, I think the non-stab Fire Trick should KO from this range. Not 100% sure on that though. Knock comes out, does knock it out though. Rodriguez comes in. It gets the... it gives the Mummy away. As Body Press, it's the Weezing. Which means that probably the T-Spikes are about to come back out. Red was the switch again, strangely enough. I don't know, I feel like you want to get rid of these Rocks really badly with your team as is. You know, comes in, you get rid of the alts. Make it... no! Why? Why? You lost your stab, you know, you can't knock of its item. No, what, but why? Was that like a pity double right there? No, what's going on in this game? What is going on in this game? No, like, but why would you, like, at this point, like, why would you ever double into Rotom there? It makes super. If Aloe comes in, like, you always go into Rotom after it, like, you can't get poisoned, obviously. Waste comes in, he gets poisoned. Like, either way, these things take T-Spikes. So it's just like a needless double when you could also just, like, spin on Alpha completely free too. Because that thing can't kill you, it's a fraud. Blaze comes in, gets poisoned, it's absolutely wonderful. Shadow Ball, does knock it out. Please boost attack. Let's see if it is Scarf or not. If it's Scarf, then it's GG. It is Scarf, means of Scarf over pawn right here. When I say Blanca, is this Boots? It is Boots on Pagos. Goose comes in here. Just get poisoned, unfortunately, gets Ice Beam to 31. This thing sucks. Okay, yeah, Terrapagos takes it home, I suppose. Because, yeah, Cudgel, not even gonna do it KO. And Ice Beam can get rid of it. It was certainly a game. I'd say, like, he kind of did get really hurt by those T-Spikes. You need to remove these rocks and T-Spikes pretty early. Because the amount of damage they were doing to your Rotom over time, to your Altaria, to your Carvagugus, and even to your Ogerpon would have been able to live this Ice Beam with ease. And obviously it didn't have Power Whip, but if it did, I think it might have been able to do this Pagos a lot easier. Because again, like, Power Whip is like 120 versus the 80 base power Cudgel, so it's kind of like a crit Cudgel anyway. You do a ton of damage with that, but Ghost does manage to take it home. Second to last battle. I vaguely remember this. I think I was here for this. Look at the matchups. Silver again, like, this triple Psychic might be not the greatest into Moth. Especially because of the... I think Moth might not be the greatest into it. This is because Lele could be Scarf too. This could be like Sub-Moth, I suppose, but Latias should... Mega Latias should consistently deal with it, unless it gets special attack boost goes for Dousing Gleam. Obviously could be like Fire Spin stuff for like Blissey, Fire Spin Acid Spray, something weird like that. See the Coco lead into Ferrothorn. This team has no ground. Vulture's absolutely free. Decent lead goes for Volt there. Straight into Moth, see if it gets knocked or anything. Spike come up though, which is decent to this team because it has no removal except its only removal options are like kind of bad. They don't really want to be running that move, so decent move here. Special attack boost Moth, which I believe it could be Specs, but big switch into it. He gets Acid Sprayed, which means that obviously not Specs. Dance comes out, fishing for a boost. Skull does basically nothing back. Is this Morning Sun? Their Dance come out, gets a crit, gets rid of Pex. I don't know what Pex was thinking to do there. Because I see like Latias is always a free switch, right? Like, sure, the crit kind of sucked, but what was... I don't see the point in the play, really. Either way, Pex is gone now. Lily comes in, revealing that it's 50% Scarf then, so Scissor's a pretty safe switch. Psychic does 39. Talon is switching. This is a Roost up. Order Moses is actually switching to Talon Flame, which is certainly a play if Flare Blitz came out, but Latias could come in again, free Volt Switch. This team has no ground type. It's kind of stuck in the Vortex. Coco comes in, it is Boost, I believe it is Defog, which means that it cannot beat down Latias. That goes away, Calmlight comes out. We'll switch into P2. It's probably his Toxic then, right? Miss Ball should not, see, it should not 2KO. Calmlight comes out, as luckily Toxic does land, but it's on a timer. Porygon 2 to just be recovering up at this point. I guess should get one, but like getting one in exchange for it maybe not won't even get one if Porygon 2 just doubles back in here. No, Sork gets taken out, which is none of my like to see it lose at this point because Lele is now looking really good. So I'm not sure why that one was psyched specifically instead of just going back into P2 there and attacking that mon. Or even this thing doesn't look great at all. Like, why did this come out? Okay. Those turns of events did in fact happen, as Lele realizes that it could just click its move for absolutely free. Switches out though, I mean, it's toxic, there's no way this has T-Wave, come on. But there, Thor comes in on the P2, gets rid of its Violet. And Smile to switch in again. Talon comes in on the Fiery Dance. Twin Echo comes in to scout for Brave Bird potentially. As just Flare Blitz comes out, does 42. His Defog is his Roost. Goes for Voltage here, don't see yet. Moth once again in, gets his attack boost. One comes in as this is Sub Moth. Sub Fire Dance as his prey, so it has like mornings and last. Gets the boost, but yeah, Talon will be able to break through this, especially after that Acid Spray. Fire Dance pretty free here. Talon loves getting crits, oh my gosh. Sub comes out. Okay. Like I said, I'll let you know when it ends. Moth finally gets his attack boost. The sub come out here. It didn't. It just got back to full. It means that Lele is able to revenge kill it. The Rumbo comes in here. But yeah, he's dead. Koge able to get rid of the range. Volt switches. Finally Cross went back into P2. There was the switch on the Toxic, probably just another teleport gonna come out. Leech Seed for some reason. I don't see the reason for that one, since like, I don't know, even if you use spikes, like this Moth is just taking a tiny bit of chips, but I was switching out Leech Seed hard. And then goes for sub here, Knock breaks it actually, even, oh he still has this item, okay. Fiery Dance gets rid of Pharaoh. Trembling comes in. Good for the EQ, but I don't know, with the terrain gone now you can't KO this without special attack boost. So I think the sub there would have been a kind of a misplay here. Because it goes for GD. But P2 is going to live this, and I don't know, it looks like Lele wins the game at this point. It comes out, does the try attack? Does? Move the crossbow pots. Yeah, Lele should always win this against a HP Coco. Moveless comes out. And actually locks it out for 58, which is nice to see, but Lele able to clean it up, Silver managed to win that 1-0. And spells are making me tired. It's kind of late right now though, but we do have the final battle. And I vaguely remember this one too. I remember one specific thing. I'll start it out, but looking at this from the beginning, I think Torn looks really good. If I had to name one mod that looks amazing here. Darm moves off to go for the obvious U-turn right here. If you make a card. Rebound has a switch, but it's not Mega Yes. Specs goes straight for T-Bolt, does 80% of this thing. As Torn doubles in on the Poison Jab. Either a scout for Scarf or expecting the Overbond to come in. Either way, it's a good mid-ground. Interrupting Helmet Torn, though not offensive, which is something I didn't really expect. I think offensive Torn goes absolutely insane here. So you turn versus the Corviknight as Scarf comes back in. Goes for the T-Bolt, and the one thing I remember is that this Corv was missing bead. If it was specially defensive, it would absolutely just eat up this T-Bolt like it was breakfast. For choice fix is the +1, and well, Okay, only be doing 57 to 68. Obviously, core with the iron, you get enough chip for that. You could even roost and scout its move like for absolutely free, and just only lose about like 12% of your HP. But core just gone now. As Overpawn is switching, and now with Corp gone, that's the green light to go for Hyper Horse are absolutely free. Corv being gone also kind of makes it so that like Venusaur is kind of near impossible to deal with. Like this Ogre Pawn is the only way to deal with it at this point. You have to ignore the Thick Fat from the Mega Mew. We'll try to raise boots of speed, trying to go for the end game, but with the with the Tinglu around, I don't think that'll work. Dragapult comes in, Spiky Shield, straight up DD. Straight up DD, that is bold. I don't know this set. It could be something to do with Knock. Like, could be Cobra, it could be Focus Sash. Who knows? Feeny comes in though. Darth comes in on it, and Pult can't deal with Feeny at all. Feeny comes in on Feeny. Obviously, also Drapion is the sag here. He gets bobbed. Beetle comes in, but without SD, that's not beating Mega Bidoof. Goes for Xers, but it's just giving the VC back to Bidoof. Xer does not have high crit rate, by the way. Not a lot of people think that. Synthesis didn't come out, so Vita can. But why? But why? Like, I get that, like, trying to catch the Ogre Pawn on the Switch, but again, like, I don't really see a reason for that. It's really Spiky Shield, so, like, either it can't kill Pulse because it doesn't have Knock, or it can't kill Tinglu because it doesn't have, Power Up. Or it just, like, can't kill either because it has SD. Anyway, Garmy turns onto Feeny. Into Guardy. Poncho is in, but again, this thing getting shipped down is just getting kind of worse and worse. Because what comes out is 3014, it's supposed to be max BDF, doing 34. Should lose the boosted speed, but I feel like the it's actually Stone is meant to get rid of that. Duel comes in, knocks out with Exeter. The Scarf Arm comes in, Iron Bundle gets the speed boost. Switch in here into Guardy. Guardy should lift this, which is why I think, like, if Corp managed to get Iron Head Chip here, then Iron Bundle will be an absolutely insane spot right now. Because again, Corp would also be alive. You could roost it up on Binu and even kind of use it to do with Garm. But now that Guard's here at full HP, it should always lift this Hydro Pump. Ice Beam actually crits. We don't see a freeze though. T-Bolt gets rid of it. Beetle comes in. Poop comes hard in, it gets knocked right off. His leftovers Pulp. It's annihilated. It's protect on Beedrill, but Garm should finish off the U-turn into the Guardy. And from that point, Garm should win even if Feeny lives T-Bolt. Elizabeth gets taken down, but actually, if this doesn't have Flare Blitz, could come down to School Crash missions. There's Earthquake, of course, yeah. I forgot. But Earthquake can clean up because Beedrill has basically negative defense. And a lot of pretty close games this time around. A lot of them came down to the last mod, so even though some of the battles were some of them were a bit interesting, but for the most part, I guess they were close at least, so they're kind of competitive, so I'll give you that. And so that was it for week 8. I suppose I'll get us back next time I can for week 9. That is the final week of the main season. We're already starting the playoffs, but like I think we'll never play the game yet. So I don't know. I'm almost caught up. But thank you for watching and goodbye.